So this is going to be a tarot and oracle card reading for Capricorn. So if you have Capricorn in a major chart placement, this reading could be for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. You know, if you're a cross watcher and you don't have it in your chart and it showed up on your homepage or you felt drawn to this reading, obviously there could be a message in here for you as well. But either way, it is a general collective reading, not a personal, so you need to use your intuition to know if it's meant for you or what parts are meant for you. This reading is also meant to be timeless, which means it shouldn't matter when I create or post the reading. What matters is when you found it, that's when it was supposed to show up for you. So let's use this karma deck here to try and figure out what the first part of the message will be, or what this overall mood of this message will be today. So spirits, what does the person watching need to know? Oh, we have a lot going on here. Okay, let's see. To break this down and try to figure out what to talk about first. Okay. Give me a second, because there's a lot of cards here. Okay. Okay, so right now, okay, I see you following your North Node. We have the North Node here. Have faith in what you're doing. So the North Node is like following your soul's purpose. It's what you came here to do. So if you're not already feeling a pull to like a higher calling or to just really follow your passions, then you will be soon. It's saying there's going to be success from it. You're going to get some kind of benefit. There will be success from it. Have faith in it. Don't worry about, so maybe you're worried, you want to follow your passions, but you're worried that it won't be successful. And they're letting you know that you will have success if you follow your North Node, what you're meant to do here. It says now is the time. Now is the time to do it. So you're being called to, quote unquote, follow your North Node, to follow your passions, to follow your soul purpose, do your soul purpose. So have faith in it. Don't worry about it. Now is the time. There will be success from it. There will be a benefit. And then we have here, for humanity's sake. So this is something that's helping humanity. And it says your hopes and wishes, do it for the future. So this is talking about the 11th house here. And I see this in the middle. It's like these, like this portal's opening up here. So you're going to be, there's that card, doing your soul purpose here for humanity's sake, for the future of humanity, but also for yourself. So following your hopes and your wishes. The keywords here are freedom. So this will give you eventually, maybe not at first, but eventually some kind of personal freedom. It's also talking about associations in your circle of friends. So maybe finding your tribe, your soul tribe while you do this. New associations. Okay, let's find out. Okay, so we have, this will give you personal power. This has to do with you potentially seeking out and learning the mysteries of life. So you might be somebody like me, a truth seeker, somebody who, especially when you go through this spiritual awakening, it's like you can't just talk about mundane things anymore. You really want to like get to the root of things. You want to find out the meaning of life, the mysteries of life. This is a major change in your life. It says getting and using power. So you might be stepping into a leadership role, you know, with helping humanity. You're going to be getting some power. You're going to be using some influence. It says as a life or death issue. So this is pretty serious. The for humanity's sake, life or death. This might also be, because I've heard this for myself too, that I'm supposed to be helping people basically save their souls. I don't know. When it comes to what we're going through now, which is going from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. And, you know, I mean, a lot of people thought it was the end of the world. I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it's the end of the old earth going into the new earth, but it's also everybody trying to raise their consciousness to Christ consciousness. So in a way, if they're down in the lower density and they don't raise up, that could be, you know, you could be saving their souls if you're helping people raise their consciousness. Because otherwise, it's like, I feel like in this life and afterlife, I mean, some things we can't control. Sometimes sad things happen. We're human, we have to deal with it. But at the same time, sometimes we create our own hell. So sometimes we create hell where there is none, you know? So it's learning how to control our thoughts and our emotions so that we can put ourselves in a heaven and not a hell. You know, now, like I said, if you're being tortured in a cage, I mean, maybe you can control your emotions and disassociate and completely. But so this as a life or death issue, I just feel like this is you helping people to learn how to control their emotions. Like I said, I've said this in other videos, and I've been kind of digging into this topic and researching this, where I just feel like when we cross over, you know, if we think of something, boom, we're there. So it's important for us now to learn how, especially if we're at one of our last lives and we're, you know, we're not coming back down here to school to learn more about how to control our thoughts and emotions. It's important for us to know how to control our thoughts and emotions, I guess, in heaven, to where we make sure that our reality in heaven is a good one. So we're not putting ourselves in hell. I feel like if somebody goes to hell in the afterlife, it might be them judging themselves, them putting themselves there because they don't feel worthy of the light. So I feel like part of what I've been told is my purpose, and maybe for you as well, is to help people kind of save their soul. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting from this keyword here, or this key sentence, as a life or death issue. This is like having to do with life and death. Teaching people how to raise their consciousness on earth in life, but also so they can do so when they cross over to heaven or the afterlife. This says using other people's resources. So this getting and using power, you might be having supporters that help you, and you get their resources to help you with your mission. So I think that's why you shouldn't worry. You know, it says do not worry about it. Now's the time. Have faith in it. There will be success. There will be a benefit. So if you're somebody who you wanted to do this sole purpose, whatever this is, but you were worried you wouldn't be supported, you will be. Again, I don't know if I said this, but it says a major change. This is a major change in your life. Okay. Okay, so we have the keyword defend here. So I feel like this is a topic, and I know I do it too. So I'm doing these tarot card readings, I'm putting them out there, and you've got people who are extremely, they have their views, and they feel because they've been taught those views that those views are right, and they're not open-minded to the fact that anybody else could be right whatsoever, right? So they come on, they troll you, and they say, you're going to hell, and oh, you're deceiving people, and you're doing this and you're doing that. First of all, if I thought I was doing that, I couldn't. I'm not that type of person. I'm not trying to deceive anybody. I believe in this, and that's up to other people if they believe in it as well, and if they do. So those people that say those things, I feel like they just don't, maybe they haven't had a spiritual awakening. They just don't get it. They haven't gone through the same things that I'm going through right now, or that you may be going through. So you might have to be defending your thoughts, what you're saying, what you're speaking, how you're trying to help people. You might have to accept that you have to defend your stance. You could have to defend your stance with your family and friends as well, because like I said, it's ingrained in them, almost brainwashing, I guess, is if you know, you sat down as a little kid and said, this is what's right, nothing else is right, you have to believe this, and it's drilled into your head every day, and then you love it. Maybe you love how it makes you feel or whatever, you're going to want to defend it, you know, and other people do too. And unfortunately, religions cause wars, they cause problems. When in reality, I think all the people that have had near-death experience say there is no one religion. You know, God just loves. It's just about love. And we all are human in love, right? So we really shouldn't be fighting over the little details. Now, I'm going to tell people what I think the little details are, because I am the type of person that's, where did it say? Looking into the mysteries of life. I'm intrigued by it. I want to know. And if I think I've found something that fits or makes sense to me, I'm going to share it. And that's up to you guys, whether you believe it or not. That's fine if you don't. But for somebody to come on and tell you like you're this evil person that's going to hell for deceiving people, no, that's not what I'm doing. I believe wholeheartedly in this, and I have reason to believe that these are very truthful messages. They do come true. I'm seeing it. One of the messages for myself is folding out before my very eyes. A couple of them, actually. There's lots of things since I had my spiritual awakening that I have predicted that have come true, by the way. So anyway, in my own personal life. And I've had people who I've done readings for who have said, one person said within 2 weeks, whatever you said happened. Yeah. So you're going to have to defend whatever you're doing here. You're probably doing something similar. Maybe you're not doing tarot cards. Maybe you're doing something else. Maybe you're just speaking about what you learn or whatever, but it has to do with the mysteries of life, and it's going to give you some kind of a personal power. So maybe like an influence over people. Maybe you're an influencer telling people what you think is true or whatever. I don't know. So you might have to defend this position and accept that you have to defend it. Let your feelings tell you how to move forward. So you trust your intuition. The moon talks about, you know, things needing to be revealed, your path being illuminated. So you're going to be learning a lot about the mysteries of life, or even who you are. And just let that intuition guide you. I'm noticing on this moon, there's two faces. They almost kind of look like twins. So I don't know if we're, you know, if you're probably a twin flame. Most of my readings go there. Just, you don't have to be. I'm just saying, I wanted to keep it general so that I could help people that weren't twins, but Spirit kind of just made me start talking about twins and only twins, it seems like. But if you're not a twin, I think you could still take my messages, just take the twin flame label anytime I say that, just out of it. Okay, so it says the nurturing of. So you could be nurturing yourself, you could be nurturing other people, their souls, feelings caused by reactions. Okay, so the fact that you have to defend yourself, you need to nurture your own feelings that are caused by their reactions. So I get it, you know, like when I first started doing lives, I had like 100 people on, and I was pretty new to this. I had 100 people on, and all of a sudden somebody came on and said $5, because I was doing a $5 pick a card. I wanted to make it affordable for a lot of people at the time, you know, whatever. But I guess other people were doing $5 pick a cards, and they felt like you weren't getting a very good message, I guess, this other group of people, if you only did like a card and did yes or no's or something like that, that you weren't getting the full picture. And that's true, quite frankly, but I never could just let myself do the quick yes or no. I ended up elaborating and spending my time elaborating, because it kills me to not give a good enough message. Sometimes if you pay for something like a personal reading and I feel like I haven't given the message, I'll keep going for a freaking hour later, because it just kills me to not give the full message or enough of the message. And I'm trying to do better with my own time, so I'm not cheating myself of my own time or whatever, and I can complete all my goals and stuff. But I had a group of people who also were into tarot cards, I guess, do what's called a raid. I had no idea what a raid was. So all of a sudden somebody says $5 pick of cards are scams. Okay, one troll, no big deal, I can handle that. But all of a sudden they just started coming at me. I didn't know they were raiding me. So I just thought it was a bunch of people turning against me. Like I was freaking on the witch trials or something, you know? And so at first I was mad. And I kind of went off, and somebody's like, yeah, that's why you're the boss ass witch. And then all of a sudden I started crying on live in front of 100 people, because for months I had followed all these signs and synchronicities of spirit telling me this is my sole purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do. And so if it is, why am I being attacked like this? You know, for some reason, I just had Jesus pop up into my head. Not that I'm Jesus, but, or can compare myself any way, shape, or form to Jesus, but that might have been how he felt. He was trying to help people. He was good natured, and yet people were turning on him and misunderstanding him. And so you might have a lot of that with this situation. So you have to nurture your feelings that are caused by their reactions. You're going to have to defend your position. You're going to have to accept the situation for what it is, that not everybody is where you are. Not everybody's going to understand. We're trying to reach the people that are ready, that we're supposed to reach, that spirit wants us to reach. And so those are the people that make it worth it to me. I've got a lot of loyal people who believe in me, who support me on my TikTok lives and stuff. And those are the people that want my help. Those are the people I'm here for. If you're a fucking troll, why are you even saying anything? Like, don't, you know, they don't need to put their comments out there. Like, what? Okay, that's how you feel, but you're wrong, first of all. Secondly, you know, it's hurtful. It's hurtful. And it hurt me because I felt like I spent all this time building up the courage to try and go live, and spirit telling me, you know, pushing me to do this. I mean, spirit was slapping me in the face. And anytime I've tried to not do it, they get very firm with me. At one point in time, spirit straight up pushed me down when I said I wasn't going to quit my job. I was walking, and my ankle rolled, and I went flying forward right when I was looking up at the heavens, said, spirits, I can't quit my job. All of a sudden I just go flying forward. Yeah. Fun. They're like, bitch. Maybe they didn't say bitch. But anyway, they got very firm with me. So when I tried to do it and that happened, it was very hurtful. It wasn't until my son was in the next room and he went on their lives and found out them saying, oh, I guess if we were going to raid, we should be more careful or something like that. Like, so that's how I found out it was a raid. And once I found that out, it made me feel better, because it made me feel like, okay, these people were trying to attack somebody and it wasn't personal. You know, they thought they knew what they were talking about, and they didn't. And it turns out they were just young, really, really young people, young, immature people, you know, very, very young, immature people. And so forgive them, God, for they not know what they do. Okay. So you might be trying to help people. You might be, have a really good intention here. And for humanity's sake, you're trying to help people here, whatever this is you're going to be doing. But you're going to have to, you know, you're going to have to defend yourself and your stance. And it sucks but this is a war. This is a spiritual war. You know, a lot of people say the Third World War is actually a spiritual war. It might not be, you know, involving Ukraine or whatever. Maybe it will be, but right now there's a spiritual war going on, kind of the fight between light and darkness. So we are supposed to be these light workers to help with that spiritual war. So this is for humanity's sake. This is to lift the vibrations of the planet. The dark forces don't want that to happen, obviously, because then they lose, and then there's too much light. So this card says, resurrect, get to the heart of, do or die you must. So maybe you tried to do this before and then you gave up, so you're resurrecting it. This could be you resurrecting a relationship too. When I first saw resurrect, I was thinking twin flames, and you guys are, you know, going to be coming into union, and that might be part of it. I don't know, but you're getting to the heart of the matter, getting to the heart of what's important, the mysteries of life. Do or die you must. So you need to do this. You need to have this do or die attitude, where that's what they want of you. That's what you came here to do. This is a power struggle. Yeah, it's a power struggle between light and darkness. It says the need for control of, an obsession with. So there might be a power struggle. Now this is also giving me like twin flame relationship vibes. So this might also be the twin flame relationship if it might not even have to do with you working your soul's purposes. This might be one of those readings where it's both, probably is, because have faith in it. Don't worry about it. Now's the time. There will be a success benefit. Do it for humanity's sake. Follow your passion. It could be the relationship with this person. Do it for the future. We'll have freedom with this person, freedom for yourself. Stand in your personal power. A major change, and it has to do with the mysteries of life. I mean, twin flame, the twin flame romantic relationship could go in with these cards here as well. It could be a life or death issue. I mean, your union with your twin also helps the world. So this could be both. It's probably both. Getting and using power, using other people's resources. It's definitely at least you working on your career, I feel like. But the need for control. So again, that could be a power struggle, an obsession with this. Could be the fight of light and darkness. Resurrect could be Jesus resurrecting, because this is part of, a lot of people, like Christians, see the end of the world or Jesus's return or whatever as physically Jesus coming back physically, one person, and judging everybody and deciding who goes to heaven and who goes to hell. What's going on right now, what I think is going on, and what a lot of other people I think kind of are seeing the same thing, it's not what they expected, and maybe it is Christ returning right now, but it is the end of the world as we knew it, the end of the old world, the beginning of the new world, the beginning of a new way, a new form of consciousness, a new way of thinking. And it doesn't happen overnight like that. It's, you ascend, it's a transformation. It happens with a great deal of time. And yeah, I mean, in some ways it could be saving their souls, because if they don't ascend, then they're stuck in, the dense 3D nastiness or whatever, right? So, but this might be a 10-year process, a 100-year process. This could be a 1,000-year process, and we're just part of it in this life. Maybe we come back, maybe other people take over, I don't know. But I do feel like that's kind of on a bigger sense what's going on, is that we are in this fight of, dark against light, and it's just this kind of time period in history where this Third World War is more about people's happiness, their consciousness, the way they look at the world. And so in a way it is kind of, we're getting to the heart of the matter here. And it's like, maybe Jesus came back, but not as a person. He's coming back as a consciousness. I mean, he's it's more like energy, mind frame consciousness. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I've learned, although there are things that have just come to me, and I don't know for a fact that they're true. It's just, when I look at the mysteries of life, it's what makes sense to me. It's what I feel has been a download given to me. I feel like it's, and I'm supposed to talk about it. So if you hate me talking about it, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to, for some of the readings, be romantic and fun and, this and that. But part of my purpose is to kind of spread a message, and maybe yours is too. This is for somebody who probably has a very similar soul purpose as me. So being a twin flame and helping people, doing something for humanity's sake, spreading some kind of message, some kind of word, portals opening there. The moon talks about things coming to light. So you learning things. On this card, I'm noticing that there's the earth, and then there's this like reptile over the earth. Oh my God, reptilians. Oh my God. I get so annoyed when people start talking about reptilians, because I think they're talking about O negative blood, and I am that. And I think they talk about it like they're evil. So I'm here to tell you, I am not evil in any way, shape, or form. Now, yes, I do use the term witch, but that is not evil. There's so many things that have been given a bad rap. Like Christianity gave pagans a bad rap. They came in and they just convinced people that pagans were evil when it was. And then they stole a lot of their holidays, like fucking Christmas and shit. They stole it and then they turned it into theirs. And there was a time period where I saw myself as Christian. Now I'm just eclectic. I just believe in a lot of things. I even have Buddhist beliefs. And that's the thing. I think that the truth is, what's the word? There's a word that explains the belief that no religion is correct and all religions are correct. So like a little bit from each one. I think that's what happened. It's just like with languages. At some point we got divided and maybe each religion took some truths, and then some religions took those truths, but then later on man changed them. That's my belief, is that man, especially with the Bible, we know it's been rewritten. It's a matter of fact that it's been rewritten how many times? How do we know what was rewritten was truth, fact? I mean, how do we even know what was originally written was truth, So I just feel like, anyway, so with that reptile, I don't know, it's almost like the reptile trying to take over the planet. Now, what I've learned is maybe there are some people that people think are reptilians. Maybe some are bad and some are good, just like with any race or any this or that. Maybe some are good and some are bad. I don't know. All I know is I'm O negative and I'm very good. I'm all about light and love. I'm trying to help people. If I thought that this was not helping people, I would not want to do it. So it kills me. Now, O negatives, the only thing I know is that, a lot of people say they're very intuitive. Well, duh, or not just O negative, but negatives in general, RH negative. I'm the only one in my family that shows up as RH negative. It must be in my line and they're all O positive. So just because somebody's O positive, they could still have that DNA in them. They said my dad's O positive, my mom's O positive, and I'm O negative. So, and that it can happen. But that must mean that they've got it in their DNA somewhere as well. So just because you're positive doesn't mean you don't have that DNA. It could be that it's just not showing up, just saying. But I am the only one. I am the black sheep of the family too. I'm the only one that loves this kind of stuff. And even though they might have the DNA, I guess maybe it's stronger in my body. I don't know. But I'm not a reptile. Okay. Angel, earth angel. Yes. Okay. We'll go with that, because with these RH negatives, people can say they're either angels, earth angels, fallen angels, watchers, reptilians. I mean, they've got all these aliens. I don't feel like I fit in with the majority of mainstream society. I don't feel like I fit in with my family either. I'm very different. I like this kind of stuff. I'm intrigued by this kind of stuff, but not in a negative, evil way. I'm actually intrigued with life after death because it makes me feel better about life. It makes me feel like there's something more, right? So that's why I do feel like the need for mysteries of life. And I do feel, the need to dig deeper into things. And I don't understand people that keep it surface level. I kind of find that boring. But anyway, so that card there, maybe there are reptilians that are, or people that are dark that want to kind of control and take over. So I think we do have, here, the need for control and obsession with power struggle. So there are people in this world that are trying to control the world. That's true. And they might be dark people, but I don't think it's because they're RH negative. Like I said, I am RH negative and I am not evil. So I can tell you and the reason why I guess I feel the need to speak up, because there's people that are kind of getting into these like cult type, like I guess Q or whatever. And like there was one guy who killed his son because his son was RH negative. He killed his son. Like that's dangerous. Like, okay, that was your son. And just because they're RH negative does not mean they're going to be evil or bad. I'm telling you that right now. And like I said, just because I go by the term witch does not mean I'm evil or bad. Just because some witches in the past might have been, or that was the belief, people took, the Christians took beliefs and they just completely switched them around and turned them around and convinced all these people, and then it stuck. And so now we still have people believing it when in reality, that was part of the patriarchal system, by the way. So that was part of the need to control. That's why they did this, was for control. These past religions, and that's why I don't like organized religion, because it's about fear and control. There's parts of the religion. They took the regular religion, that some things that might be true, and then they twisted some things in there to make it fear and control. The best lie is based in truth. So It's about fear and control. It's a power struggle. That's what your purpose is, has to do with fighting this power struggle, getting to the heart of what's real, the mysteries of life, getting to the heart of it. So you might be somebody very much like me. And again, this is do or die. You must do this. So it's like you're at do or die now. This is for humanity's sake. This is saving people's lives, saving humanity. Do it for the future. So you might be somebody, gosh, this is a long first part. You might be somebody who wants to do this, but is scared or is backing off, or, you know, I get it. Me too. But I've said, you know, as far as should I do this full time? I can't make enough money. I got to go back to the office. Spirit's telling me to keep doing this. But even if I do choose to go back to the office, I am going to do this part time as much as I can. I just won't be able to do it as much if I, you know, have a priority, be a different job. They're telling me to keep with this, but I'm struggling with trusting, you know, myself. So I'm here to deliver the message, and I'm also having these struggles. So that's what we have for the first part of the reading. I'm going to go into a bonus extended reading where we look at, okay, what's your reward for this in the next 6 months to a year or sooner? What do we need to know? What's going to happen with regard to this? Whether we're talking, you know, this could be the twin flame romance, but it also could be you doing your soul purpose. I think it's probably both. A lot of these readings, I think Spirit's talking about both. It's just they go hand in hand. You doing the shadow work, becoming in union, but also you starting your soul purpose, and then later on probably merging with your twin flame and doing it together. And then becoming really successful then. So let's find out, what are, you know, if you do this, what are your rewards? Do you get rewards while you're here on earth, or are they just rewards, you know, in the afterlife and heaven? What are your rewards? What can you look forward to in your 3D and here in your reality in the next 6 months to a year or sooner if you do this, if you move forward, if you follow Spirit's advice? What are your rewards? What might happen that you need to know? You know, what might come up that's a challenge or something like that? What advice does Spirit have for you? So definitely, if you feel like this resonates with you, you're going to want to see the extended, because there might be some very imperative details that can help you get success with this, or give you a heads up on what challenges you might face, what advice you need to know. Before I go, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Comment down below if this does resonate with you, but if it does, definitely go meet me right now to watch the bonus extended. The link is down below. It'll take you to my Patreon. You can sign up immediately. It doesn't just give you access to this one reading, but it gives you access to all the readings I do for whatever month you sign up for. So not just one reading, but a plethora of readings. So meet me there now, and we're gonna really dig in and get some more details and find out, you know, actually, I'm going to pull some cards on maybe what your soul purpose is. Maybe you're still trying to figure out how to go about it. So I'm going to get some life purpose cards and see what they might be for you. So we're going to dig into that. And like I said, find out what your rewards are for putting in this work. So go down below, click the link, and I'll meet you over there right now.